Hello, all my friends out there in Pot TV land. I'm very happy to be here to be able to speak to you today. Let me tell you, I'm sure you've heard what's happened to Mark and Michelle and myself. Our worlds have been turned upside down. But I'm here because I need your help. This is going to be a long, drawn-out fight. We're up against it here. The DEA came and arrested me and have charged me with offenses allegedly that can carry a very long prison sentence here, almost up to life they're talking about. This is totally insane. We've got to band together now. If not now, when are we going to do this, folks? It's time to stand up and be heard.
I'm here to speak about the support that we need to bring to Greg in this time of great need. Greg is a kind-hearted individual and he's an amazing man, and now is the time to support him, and everyone else is going through this. So send money, do whatever you can, help, volunteer, do everything you can do, and help support this cause, because this is our future, this is history, and it can only get better from here with everyone's help.
Now, after they arrested us, they put us in jail. I was in jail for a week. Mark was in jail for a week because they set bail conditions for us that had to be met, and they made it very difficult for those conditions to be met, even though we jumped through every hoop that they offered us. Well, hello all. Now, while I was in jail, I talked with one of my fellow inmates who was there because he had robbed 2 banks. He was a full-blown coke and heroin addict at the time. He was let out on his own recognizance. He didn't have to post any bail or any conditions were put on him. Now, we were simply gentle marijuana activists here, and they felt as though they needed to put extra conditions on us. So it's crazy. They just don't know what to do about it. Now, it's a big, high-profile case, so naturally a judge is going to have to put some sort of bail conditions on you because they've got to appease the public, I guess. But it's absolute craziness. Now, this inmate that I spoke with, while he was out on bail, robbed his 3rd bank, and that was why he was being put back inside. Now, he also told me that he was quite distraught when he was put in the institution, so they put him in solitary and gave him some counseling. Because of his crack cocaine addiction, they offered to put him on a medicinal marijuana program. Can you believe that? Well, I was sitting in there awaiting bail conditions to be met.
Hey everybody, Kirk Tusaw here at the BC Marijuana Party. You know, we've had some tough times lately with the raids and arrests, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about Marijuana Man, Greg Williams' situation, and ask you to help him out. We've got a multi-year extradition battle looming ahead of us. It's composed of many parts, all of which are going to be hotly contested by the various lawyers that are getting involved in the case, and that's going to cost a lot of money, unfortunately. The reality is that to hire capable legal representation, you need funds, and Greg needs them. And he needs you to donate to that legal defense fund and help us push this battle for freedom. It's an important one. I think it's an historic battle. I think it's a battle that's going to ultimately result in us as Canadians saying to the Drug Enforcement Administration and to the U.S. government, we don't want your drug war here in Canada. We don't think you should be extraditing non-harmful people to face absolutely draconian life prison terms in the United States. It's not appropriate. We're not going to stand for it, and we're not going to let it happen. But in order to get that message out, we can't do it without your help and the help of many, many other people. So for all the people that have enjoyed Marijuana Man shows over the years, and even those who haven't enjoyed them but are watching now, click that PayPal button, donate to the Defense Fund, help us keep Greg here in Canada where he belongs.
All of my Canadian friends and fans across the land, and your friends and your family, please, I urge you to contact Irwin Cotler. He's the Justice Minister in Canada, and he's the man who will sign this extradition treaty. So we need to contact him. I'll put up that information on how to get a hold of him. Write him a letter. Don't just email. Write this man a handwritten letter. You do not need a stamp on the envelope in Canada. So I urge you to get out there and do that. The other things you can do is you can write to your member of parliament. tell them that your conscience is shocked, and use those exact terms. My conscience is shocked by this, and please, we do not support this and do not allow it.
Hi, I'm Erica, and I work at the New Amsterdam Cafe. I've known Marijuana Man for quite some time now, and it would be a great pleasure if you could send him some cash. That means some hard, cold dough, just to help him out a little. Come on, I serve the man coffee every day. I should know. Excellent man. You totally should send him some dough.
Canadians throughout the course of history have shown that they are a tolerant nation. We have shown the Americans through slavery, through the Vietnam War, through alcohol prohibition, through peacekeeping efforts around this planet, that we are a tolerant society and that we are not prepared to put our citizenry in jail, let alone have them snaked out of this country by anyone and put in their jails, which are even worse.
But I just don't think it's right. America could come into our country and completely disrupt and potentially bankrupt almost half a dozen people for something that this country didn't have a problem with. Really, this could have been solved with more phone calls and more discussion than actual criminal actions. It's obvious it's political. He's trying to stop what we're doing, what the message we're putting out there.
Now, once again, I have to urge you to become active here. This is not a time to think that everyone else is going to look after it for you. We do need your support in this. You need to write to the Justice Minister. You need to write to your local and national newspapers as often as you can. It's absolutely critical, folks. Now, American friends, it is time for you to stand up. You've got a chance here to make your voices heard. So please, please, I urge you, contact your governors, contact your senators, contact everybody that you can think of and let them know that you're outraged by this behavior.
There are very, very few pot warriors in this country. Some of them much bolder than others. Marijuana Man is one of those warriors. Are we going to let him go down? The Americans are here and they're trying to break his back financially. So far they've been successful. We can't let our warriors go down for something as foolish as a handful of coins. The issues are much too important. And when your son or daughter or you find yourself going to jail for 2 years for a single joint in your pocket, it's because of the loss of warriors like Greg and Mark. We've got to have these people out there. We've got to keep them alive. They're far too important to the legalization cause. We don't normally come out begging for money. It's not our style. But we have to. We've been pushed into the position by the DEA. And Marijuana Man needs your help.
If we allow this to happen, my friends, I'm just a clerk at a store sitting at a desk. This could happen to anyone. The ramifications of letting this continue are vast. Our Canadian sovereignty, our rights, our freedoms through all walks of life will be threatened if this is allowed to continue. This is a harmless substance. We have harmed no one by what we're doing, and it should not be allowed to continue.